The death of 3 people at Itanda Falls in the space of a week spurred NTV's visit to the site to try to discover why this place is claiming lives. In spite of the fact that it is a fast-growing tourist attraction, the site has no barriers or warning signs, and yet it is frequented by several people on a given day. The gushing water flows rapidly, leaping above the rocks and cascading into falls of grades of 6, 4, 5, 2, and 1. The higher the grade, the more dangerous the falls are.
No one can pass in grade 6. It is very deadly.
According to the locals, at least 10 people are killed by Itanda Falls every year. The name Itanda means spirit, and there are people mandated to look after the spirits. They are led by Mama Itanda. Mama Itanda sits at the bottom of the steep slope with her spiritual aides. All visitors are required to remove their shoes before they can step onto the sacred ground.
You can take off your shoes.
And since I am not a believer in spiritual beings, I was hesitant to remove my shoes.
Take off your shoes.
But the chief tour guide, Mark, insisted. I only obliged when Mama Itanda started making funny sounds. I asked Mama Itanda why the falls she claims to be in charge of are killing people. One of this week's victims is Joan Twizeri Uwimana, who fell into the water and drowned as she and her friends took pictures on the rocks.
Even if you are minister, even if you are anything you know, don't you want to work with a guide? Don't work only you.
Mark explains that after bodies are retrieved from the water, the family of the deceased must bring a goat and 2 chickens, which are used to perform rituals.
Don't give me a hen to take the spirit. The spirit, they come back to the divers, to the her family. They said that, take me back. You left me down there at Itanda.
According to the caretakers, there are people who have died here, and their bodies are buried at the Grade 1 falls, which are half a kilometer away.
Yayononeka nafuka ensonga ku kitundu wano nga buli agendayo nga tamanyi nga gyali nga empewo z'omusajja oli zimukwata.
Our next stop was at Grade 5 section.
On the fateful Sunday, Joan met her death at this exact point as she was taking a photo with her tour guide, and they were standing just right in front here on one of the stones that are just next to where the water normally flows, and they are very slippery due to a lot of algae that has collected on them, and the moment they fell in, they were swept to the other side of Grade 5 that is very, very perilous.
Nsubuga Jr., who has been a diver at the falls for 6 years, showed off his skill in the water. And as the dusk sets in, the water continues to flow, masking the great danger that lies within it. And as the post welcomes you to the intriguing sights, tread with caution and adhere to the rules. Sudil Biarhanga, NTV.